So here we go. Here's a juggling vlog. We are in London, the West End of London, and we're here to see the Gandini juggling troupe performing in Akhnaten at the English National Opera. So this is the Colosseum behind us. So I've never actually been to a big opera in a big theatre in London before, and so I'm interested to see what that's like. And also juggling. So let's see how this works out. We've got to go and join this queue, go through security or whatever. All right, go for it. You're gonna. Where's our seats? Looking good. You can't see it from here, but this title here says this will be sung in Egyptian, Hebrew, and what was it? Egyptian? Egyptian. You sing it in German. Egyptian, Akkadian, and Hebrew. 3 hours, no English subtitles. And I thought it was the English National Opera. I thought the whole point was that they did in English, not this one. Hey, we've got some pretty good seats here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like them.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess that's the first half or the first third, I don't know, where there's a bit of a break now. So what do you think about that? What do you like?
I'm impressed.
You like it a lot?
Yeah.
I was a bit disappointed that the main guy, Anthony, or whatever his name is, he only sang like one song. I was expecting a bit more from the main contralto.
Yeah, but he's like got introduced and stuff. Yeah, so it was like the backstory of the whole thing. And
yeah,
this is now his beginning. Yeah. So there will be more parts.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be more of him then.
He was just introduced.
Yeah. So, and what do you think of the staging? Staging good?
The staging is super cool. Like I like the light design, and then they play with this Egyptian
very
kind
atmospheric. Very atmospheric.
With the Egyptian, the flat thing.
Like, it looks very flat, and then there's sort of like layers of like stacks of people, like the hieroglyphics, lines of hieroglyphics.
And
so I'm sure this is just a super recording. Yeah, it is. All right. What do you think of the juggling then?
The juggling is cool. What I noticed though is you could tell so much who the jugglers are and who are just
No. Here's the thing. I wanted to mention this. It comes up, and there's some light shines from the back, and some people are in silhouette sitting, 7 people in silhouette sitting on their seats, like in this kind of upright position. Not only did I know straight away that they were the jugglers,
you knew who was who.
5 of the 7 jugglers I could tell who they were from silhouette, despite all of them having massive Egyptian masks on just from the tournament. I was like, okay, Sean, and is it, I don't know, I can't remember all the names or something like that. Then Iñaki, then Doreen, and then 2 people I didn't recognise, and then Catty at the end, and then those other people I did recognise them later on. I think one of them was Owen, I think, but so it's funny not just knowing who the jugglers were going to be in silhouette, but actually what order they were going to be. And then the screen came up, and you actually saw them, and I was like, yeah, it was Sean on this end, Catty on that end, Doreen in the middle, Iñaki here, and some other people as well. So yeah, it was quite funny.
But what I noticed was at some points they had the jugglers on stage, and also the choir, each with one ball in their hand. All they needed to do,
mini juggling in one hand.
They basically had to like throw it in a certain rhythm, and then
that was very effective.
And then do something. But you could see so much, like who are people who actually are used to throwing balls to certain heights.
Yes.
Because all those choir people, like some of these, the ball only went that high, and so it was never really in the rhythm. And then some of them threw it higher.
Expert juggler, you can complain about the non-jugglers juggling.
It's very impressive.
Anyway, so the juggling was very Gandini. In the whole thing, they did like 3 patterns in the whole of it, and then the rest of it was very structural. Gandini juggling goes with Philip Glass music super well.
Also,
if you're into
the
either of those things,
it's so impressive, and
it's so structured. The whole thing is so structured. That was almost an hour, and literally 3 things happened in the entirety of it.
But it didn't feel like an hour. It felt really.
It didn't feel like an hour. I'm actually really surprised how quickly it went past that first half.
So much happening.
Considering how long and boring it was. But not boring, but like how long and little was happening.
Yeah.
It was impressive how.
But lots of things happened, so you can look at different things. And
it felt very stately. It felt like I was watching a state ceremony of a coronation, which I was.
And this is what it was. I think the whole thing, Philip Glass, Egyptian, Gandini juggling works together.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's do another update. I really need a wee. Actually, I had a pint of cider and hot chocolate before coming in here, and haven't had a wee. So I really need to go for that. All right, so let's check out the second half.
Okay.
All right, it's the second half. More juggling, bit of club juggling. It was fun to see the Radical Fish come back. Radical Fish are the clubs which the Gandinis used to use back in the 1990s. And there's like a lump in the middle. So they came out and did some passing. They did the like passing around a small child trick, which you do in street show stuff.
Yeah.
They did that around some of the main performance, which is good. Weirdly enough, my high point in this one had nothing to do with the jugglers.
Skill ensemble.
The skill ensemble, is that what they're called? Gandini Juggling Project. What do we have here? Yeah, so this is a whole list of the people involved. Oh, it's a bit dark in here. So yeah, one of my favourite things was actually this time we actually got some more of the main guy. Who's the main singer? His name is Anthony Rothcastrano. Constanza, and he did this movement where he came out and there was just like a ball hanging, like not a ball, like a sun, a planet hanging, like a moon, and he just did. Oh, now you can actually see. So yeah, Anthony. So there was just a ball hanging there in the middle of the stage, very, very effective. And he just sung a solo, and it was like that solo number that you want from all musicals, where someone just comes out and pours their heart out on stage, and really makes you feel something really beautiful. Yeah. And I'm so glad that they didn't try and like shoehorn juggling in at that point, because it would have spoiled it completely.
Like, this one guy just by himself.
Yeah. Which makes me think about when this was originally performed back in like the 1980s or 70s, whenever it was first written. This is a revival of it from there. When there wasn't juggling going on, which is like the only thing that's happening, what was happening on stage in this entire time? What were they doing? It kind of makes me wonder. Like, there's so much music, so much going on, and the juggling kind of fills in the gaps and from the movements and stuff. I'd like to see what they did with this not being filled up with juggling.
It's really good that there is the juggling.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else to say about the second half before we get into the third half? Juggling in ancient Egypt. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no, the lens is a bit wobbly. There you go. Good. There's a guy down on the stage picking up juggling balls. Yep. Did you see that at one point Sean Gandini dropped one of the balls and it rolled off the front of the stage? And he needed a spare one, so he just got one from the cast members.
Yes, I saw that one.
He reached over. Yeah. All right, what do you think? That's the end of the show, and here we are in the theatre.
Very impressive.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed.
Yeah, you just said to me that this is you've tried getting through some 3-hour operas, 3-hour operas before, but you've never managed to do it.
No.
You got through this one though.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah, you're into it.
Has anybody tried repeating one note for like half an hour?
Classical singer here.
It's so difficult.
I'm more impressed by the singing than the juggling, to be honest. I was too. The juggling was like snippets of previous Gandini shows, and they're just let's do this bit from that show and put it in here. Let's do that bit from that show and put it here. And this bit from that show, we'll put it in here. Yeah. So in a way, the juggling was like one of the, I wouldn't say the least part of the show, because it had an effect, but it was like,
very much so.
I've never seen a big opera in a big theatre like this before. So that was the important thing for me. And the juggling was like, I've seen the Gandinis do that stuff before.
But it fit so well. It was like perfectly. Like it, it just round and good.
All right then. So overall, thumbs up. Probably the most expensive juggling show that we've seen.
Yes.
Like £60 each or something. But all right then. Let's. Should we go?
Yeah.
Let's get up. Let's get out of here.